Denver Nuggets, and I'll just say it that way. The Denver Nuggets, they just won. They were not believed in all year, but again, they're the Golden Nuggets, and it's about gold, and they just won the NBA championship. And we're just going to say it's, again, attention on the gold, national treasure, the gold, and then what just took place is the Golden Knights of Las Vegas defeated. It's amazing. 2 Florida teams lost, but what Florida teams? It's the Miami Heat. Remember, there's some Miami Heat. Heat was police and whatever. Miami Heat was just on President Trump. Didn't go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. If he ever actually gets arrested, believe me, all it will do is accelerate great kingdom advance. We'll just put it that way. And the Florida Panthers. So Panthers, that's, Black Panthers, that more correlates with, we'll say, demonic stuff than something good. And so you just want to be aware of that. But here's the deal with that one. What just blew me away is the decisive game was the star, and I think he's our captain. I haven't been following hockey that closely. I think he was both their captain and the MVP, was at least MVP of the game, meaning most valuable player, was Mark Stone, who had 3 goals. Mark Stone for the Vegas Golden Knights. Remember, Vegas is a city where 777 dominates, and you'll know that if you've been there. And his name, Mark Stone, and he's number 61. I was like, are you kidding me? So yeah, he is the team captain. So are you kidding me, Mark Stone? So you have the stone again, and Daniel saw the stone that came and devastated the image of the beast. And then the kingdom of God filled the whole earth. It became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. And so there's Mark the Stone. It's taking us to that as well. And then he's number 61. What have I been saying over and over and over? The purpose of this transfer of wealth. And even when we did the call for billionaires, where you're supernaturally touched and encountered and slain in the spirit, when I called it out, and there's over 300 of you that responded that there was some version of that took place with you. It was about an Isaiah 61 call. The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is upon you. He's anointed you to preach good news, tell good news, but to set captives free. You're here to set captives free, to rebuild ruined cities, the desolations of many generations. And so Mark Stone is number 61, and he's the captain. He's the MVP of the Golden Knights. You see this connection? You have an archangel, and then you have the I'm just like, for me, the way I process revelation from the Lord, I'm like, this is like unbelievable how he's putting this together. And I'm like, how in the world do you even do this? You must be God. And so, of course he is. And just to add, another little bit in this same last week or so, big news, soccer news. It's big news anyway. Lionel Messi, who is the best player in the world ever, and he just won the World Cup. He's Argentinian, and he shocked the whole world by saying he's coming to Miami. He's going to play for Inter Miami. So beginning this later in a couple months, his season will begin. And so, he's 35 years old. And so he's, later years for a soccer player, but he's still plenty good. And, but here's his name. Lionel means lion-like. So the lion is coming into Miami, and Messi, we already made this association with him. He's not the Messiah, but there is something about the lion as the Messiah coming in. And so again, we're not worshiping or praising Messi. We're using these players and these names, as pictorial representations for us of the story the Lord's wanting to tell. But even his full name is Lionel Andres Messi. And if you just take the L and the A and the M, that would be lamb. So he's the lamb and the lion. And we've been reading about how he's the lion and the lamb, and that's about being kings and priests. So it's like everything in sports. And I'm not even telling you about Novak Djokovic, who just won his record number 23 Grand Slam this last week as well. It's been quite a week for sports. And so he's wearing the jacket with number 23. 23 was the number of the year. Psalm 23. Like I said, I'm not even doing it, but I just did. There's too much. There's too much. God is speaking. He's broadcasting. And if you can look at these things and understand what he's saying and how he's enjoying messaging in this hidden way, yet profound, open way, then we see these are super exciting days.